I'm Jerome Saclamana. I was born and raised in Nome, Alaska, and my parents are from King Island. When I was young, my father used to take us every summer to King Island. I would follow him going walrus hunting in the Bering Sea. Walrus hunting is very important as far as our subsistence is concerned because of the enormous amount of meat and blubber, and of course the ivory which we carve. They sat on the floor and with their tools within hand reach, with uncles and relatives and sons and fathers. You start by watching. They'd be carving and then you watch. And at some point they would ask you to, if you'd like to learn how to carve. In the high school, they had an art and culture class where they taught ivory carving, net making, skin sewing, sled building as an elective. So that's where I really got interested in carving ivory. I have a modern interpretation of, there's a traditional carvings where it's my own style. Some would say, for instance, my shamans or my masks, they're a bit abstract. Some would say they're abstract carvings. But I try to stay as traditional as possible with my own input of how I see it. This piece is transforming into a whale and back into a shaman. In the old days, there was a shaman in every village. He acted as a seer, and they were able to transform into other animals. They would ask him, like for instance, how the hunting season will be, whether he used charms or a drum, any dance. I carve a shaman just as a representative of the past. It's important, to carry on the tradition of learning and carving ivory, even if it's just for a hobby. Because it goes back to the dawn of time when our people used ivory in everyday implements, harpoon heads, fasteners, to learn about who you are and where you come from. It's very important to get a good sense of yourself, your inner self, your soul of your native people.